Yes. The software I use, you can do this work on here, or you can get someone else to do it. But it's a guy in Seattle has built it. It's called, what is it called, Adrian? I can't look at that. Maybe I can. Oh, it's the thing that's nice about this software is you can preset your zooms. So you can have 3 different zoom settings and then zoom. I don't know. I don't think you need a new laptop. I think you have to hit this button that says start screen. Yeah. I think the big deal is I have to start the stream on YouTube. I think I could configure it to auto start at a certain time. But then when you run into this where they are a little late for a start. Going for right now. Turned on. Hernandez gets She fires. Hopefully this is better. Puck comes back onto the stick of the goaltender for the Barracudas. Ravens seal off the wall. David from in deep gets it onto the stick of Basket. Basket goes across looking for Cabana. Cabana back to the blue line for Macy. Macy puts it into the middle. The puck comes back off the wall and now down ice. Icing. Bertrand back to Sear. Sear puts it back deep. From behind the net, it goes around. The goaltender's going to stop that one, and now picked up by the Barracudas. Barracudas take it to the wall. Ravens seal that off, and Sear steps up on the play. Play continues as it comes in behind the net. And comes around to the near side. From the near side, Warren goes across seam for Sear. Sear in for Tran. Play continues as the puck comes back up. Barracudas. The play continues down the near side. Ravens now comes up the wall on the near side, out into the new. Will go down the man. Face off, drop. Puck comes to the side of the net. Ravens cleared into the corner. From the corner, the Barracudas have it. Barracudas to the blue line. They walk in from the blue line. Now drop to the top of the circle. A shot hits a body in front and goes out the far side. From the far side, the Barracudas pick it up. Kay with one stick on it, and now they retreat back to the blue line. Ravens are going to read that. Get it forward. He's going to go for a race down to the other end of the ice as the puck makes its way behind the Barracudas goal line. Barracudas dig that one out and take it over to the far side. Sierra to go put pressure on over there as the breakout happens for the Barracudas. Barracudas double back. The Barracudas head down into the Ravens zone. They lose their footing, and now it's on the stick of the Ravens. The puck comes to the side of the net. Backhand comes across the blue line. Babcock makes that save for the blue paint. Now the puck from behind the net. Walking into a shooting position. Now in the high slot. Barracudas with it on their stick on their backhand. They're going to carry it around the near side. Now McDowell in. Miguel with a shot right on, saved by the goaltender. As the Ravens penalty kill unit puts some pressure on here. Now the play comes back up ice into the Ravens zone. They chip it around the first defender. Miguel back after to help her defender. Now Macy's going to pick it up. Macy, she's going to get it down ice. Barracuda's in behind the net now. Barracuda's turn. Now they fire it up the open wing. It's going to get on the David's stick. David puts it back into the Ravens' end, and now the penalty expires to the Richmond Ravens as the play continues. Into the neutral zone. Macy gets it on her stick. Now pulled back off. It goes down into the Ravens zone. David, she gets it and turns it back the other way. Ravens unable to get it out of the zone as the wall is sealed off. Now the Ravens go around behind. Macy's going to pick that up. She puts it up the wall looking for Tran. Tran unable to get to it. Now on the Macy stick. Macy doubles back as she has some pressure on her. Play comes back to Tran. Tran with pressure on her. Back to Macy. Macy from behind the net. Her pass forward gets on the stick of one of the Barracudas, but the pass from the back to the blue line gets past the defender, and they have to go collect it behind their own net. First one there is Tran. Tran picked it up, unable to handle it cleanly as it goes into the corner. Now a battle ensues on the far side as the Ravens dig it back to the blue line, from the blue line off the wall, and now from the wall on the half wall, it goes on a Barracuda stick. Ravens off the blue line, and now Barracudas get it out in the neutral. From the neutral, let's pick it up. They go back to the defense. Now the zone is puck opens up before it gets sealed off again behind the goal. Puck goes up the wall over to the far side on the half wall. The Barracudas get it out in the neutral zone on the Morin stick. Morin looking up ice. She's looking to make a play. Her pass forward just chipped into the middle, and now the Barracudas have it. They lose a handle on it as it comes over to the wall on the near side. Now the Ravens get it. They're going to go back to the defender, and she goes across. Over to the Ravens. Ravens unable to get a shot around and find players in front of the Ravens net. The Ravens go down by one with 1:52 remaining in the first period. Puck bounces off of a couple of players and makes its way into the back of the net past the goaltender. The Ravens go down by one. Miguel out to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They take it back D to D and now bring it forward into the neutral zone. From the neutral zone, picked up by the player. She's going to walk her way into the Ravens end and now double back. She tries to play it down low, and from the outside, it comes to the near side shot, saved by Babcock. It goes over to the far side from the point. A block there by Miguel. Miguel, she's going to try and feather that forward. She gets it on the stick of Basquet, but she can't handle it. Now it's on back onto the Sear stick. Sear puts it back in. Sorry, that was the neutral zone. From the neutral zone, it bounces on the Barracuda. Now the Barracuda walks her way into the high slot. From the high slot to the outside shot. Saved by Babcock. It comes over to the near side. In the near side. Puck into the corner. Barracudas reverse it, trying to keep it down low. Ravens battling in the wall for it. Now it's going to come back out and into the neutral zone. Barracudas curl back and now put it over to the far side. McDonald with it on her stick. She's going to try and pass it out to the front. That's read by the Barracudas, and they put it back deep into the Raven zone. Back after it's David. David with some pressure on her. She wheels around to the corner here on the near side and now reverses the play over for Macy. Macy backhands it forward for McDonald. Now to Macy. Macy goes up the middle with it. It gets right on net. Save made by Babcock. Rebound comes back out. Cleared to the top of the circles and now out of the zone into the neutral zone. From the neutral zone, chip back in and play continues. Ravens flip it forward looking for Cabana. Cabana with a good stick on that one to get it deep and now puts pressure on the defense deep in the Barracuda zone. Ravens turn it over briefly. Barracudas load up the wall on the near side. Hernandez and Cabana battle for it. And now that'll do it for the first period. End of the first period, Ravens down by 1. 1-0 is the score. And the shots on goal are 4-3 in favor of the Richmond Ravens. Welcome back as we get set to start the second period. Babcock makes her way to the far end of the ice. Better line out for the Ravens. Hernandez to take the face off. Ravens unable to pick it up cleanly. Now Miguel gets it deep. From behind the net, it comes out to the near side. From the near side now, it's turned back to the middle. From the middle back to the neutral zone. Ravens unable to get control of it. Puck goes back into the corner in their zone. Now on the stick of one of the Barracudas, it comes back onto McDonald. Take McDonald around to the near side. She gets it out of the zone, onto the defense for the Barracudas. They go D to D. Barracudas forward on ice. Ravens gets full control of it briefly, put it out to the neutral zone before it comes back in. Sear sticks here around to the far side. McDonald across ice. That hits the body. Goes back to the corner. Back for McDonald. McDonald goes up the wall. Their pass across the zone gets out and into the Ravens. Sear looking for Cabana. Takes the funny off now. Again, the Ravens unable to take advantage of the one step there. As Sear gets it over to the corner, and now the to the far side. From the far side, it comes back to the blue line. Shot right on near side. David puts it towards the net. It hits a body in front. Now on the Ravens stick, they're going to fire it back down low from behind the net. Cabana battling for it on the stick of one of the Barracudas. Now Cabana tries to center it, picked up by a Barracuda, and she's going to go off the glass and out. It gets passed all the way down the ice. Apologies on the microphone. We just changed mics here. Hopefully that's better. Play comes to the side of the Barracudas net. Now over to the far side. They try to cut to the middle, but it's picked up by the Ravens. Ravens get sandwiched out in the corner down low as a battle ensues. Battle continues. Now the Barracudas get it on their stick. They're going to put it off the wall and out into the neutral zone as they chip it forward. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Babcock makes a save. She's going to hold on to that as she has two Barracudas on the doorstep. 12:26 remains in the second period. Ravens down by 1. Tran out to take the face off to the right side of Babcock. Puck is dropped. Face off. Won by the Barracudas to go back to the defenseman who drops it into the corner. From down low, the Ravens hold it to the outside. Now from behind the net, it comes around. Barracudas with it. They go back to the blue line. From the blue line, D to D. Now a shot, hits a body. Ravens able to get it back to the blue. From the blue, it gets shot in. Babcock makes that save, and it comes over to the wall on the near side. From behind the net, play gets reversed. Now it gets around the Raven defender. It comes back out to the slot, shot wide of net. And now from in behind, it goes back over into the corner. Back out to the blue line. From the blue line, Barracudas shoot. Get it on their stick. Now Wing carries it to the outside before she loses a handle on it. Comes back in for Sears. Sears or Wing again. Tran with it. Ravens offside. They have to touch up, and it gets up in the Ravens bench, and we get a stoppage in play with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Ravens down by 1. Puck is dropped. Face off. Carry it into the Ravens zone. Nishi running a little bit of interference as the Barracudas pick it up. Barracudas from behind the Ravens net. They're going to try and carry it around to the far side. Now they go back to the blue line. From the blue line, a shot. It goes wide of the net as it hits a body in front. Now the play around to the near side. From the near side into the corner. From the corner, Barracudas have it, working it down low. They draw 3 Ravens to them and now put it back down ice, but no defender there, so they're going to have to collect it themselves in their own zone. They go across the ice. Now the play put back forward, and I think we're going to have icing on that as the Barracudas fail to make it across center before they fire it down. Face-off is going to be deep in the Barracudas zone. It's going to be the left side of their goaltender. Miguel to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. It's on the stick of one of the Barracudas. They're going to carry it to the outside. Now back to Raven Sear. She shoots it on net, but it hits one of the Barracudas, and now it comes back up ice into the Ravens zone. Ravens get it on their stick and off the glass down the ice, and I think we're going to have icing on that play. Puck crosses the goal line deep in the Barracuda zone. We get a whistle on the play with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. The face-off is going to be to the left side of Babcock. Hernandez to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They're going to carry it down low. Now let's feather it in behind the net. From behind the net, they're going to try and reverse the play. Ravens read that one, and now on to Hernandez's stick. Hernandez working her way up ice. Hernandez chips it off the glass, and now down into the Barracuda zone. Barracudas get control of it, and they put it around to the far side. From the far side, the play continues to the neutral zone as the Barracudas bring it up ice. Barracudas from the outside, double back, and now they put it off the wall. Ravens read that. Cabana chips it deep, and now she's going to fire it down into the behind the net. Barracudas off the wall, down into the Raven zone. Coming in one-on-one from the outside. The feathering pass, and now a shot. Still on the Barracuda stick. It goes high in the air. First save made by Babcock, and now comes over to the near side. From the near side, and the face-off, whistle goes as the net is off. The play stops with 9 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second period. Babcock made the first save. She wasn't exactly sure where it was, but it got cleared out. before the whistle went. Tran out to take the face off for the Ravens. Face off works its way out into the zone and down ice. The goaltender comes out and plays that. As the Ravens put pressure on, Wing forechecking hard down low. Now Basket after it. It gets off the wall and down in the neutral zone where David has it. David gains center ice and puts it back down into the zone. Onto the Barracuda stick. They pass it forward and into the neutral zone. It makes its way into the Ravens end, and now walking in with it, the Ravens pull it out to the outside. Macy makes sure that play stays out of harm's way as she goes off the glass. That ends up hitting a player and then going into the Barracuda's bench, I think. Ref finds the puck. The face-off is going to be outside the zone. Sear to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Ravens. They're going to go across ice. That set play. Rolled a little bit on Tran. She wasn't able to handle it cleanly, and now we have a hand pass by the Barracudas. And the face-off will remain in the neutral zone over on the far side. 8 minutes and 41 seconds remains in the second period. 1-0 score in favor of the Barracudas. Sear to take the face-off. Puck drop. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They go back to the defenseman. She turns, and the Ravens read that. They're going to put it back deep as McDonald puts pressure on McDonald. With a good stick lift there to get control of it briefly, but now she gets some pressure on her from the Barracudas. Ravens center it, and it comes right out front. Ravens unable to get a stick on it. Now stepping in. The Ravens get a shot saved by the goaltender. The puck wrangled by the goalie, and we get a stoppage in play with 8:17 remaining in the second period. Ravens down by 1. Sear take a face off. Puck is dropped. Chip forward by the Barracudas. They're going to carry it through the neutral zone down the near side. From the near side, work their way to the middle. They try to chip it and chase it. And they get it into the corner. Play reverses as they come around the near side. Now from the near side, they work their way into a shooting position. Ravens hold it to the outside, though. Now the puck comes out into the slot. From the high slot, the Ravens get control of it and get it down ice. From behind the net, the goaltender goes to play it for the Barracudas. She puts it over on the far side. Kay overskates it a little bit as the Barracudas stop up on a button hook, and now they get it up ice. Their breakout converts as they get it into the Ravens zone. Now from behind the net, Ravens put it off the wall as they try to spring McDonald. It gets past her, and now the Barracudas are trying to go the other direction with it. Ravens touch the puck, and now they give chase as it comes back in behind the Barracudas net. From behind the net, the Barracudas stop up with a button hook. They go over to the wall or the corner on the far side. Ravens come out with it. Now a short side shot. Save made. Rebound goes in behind the net. McDonald in after it, but the Barracudas pick it up first. They're going to chip it now with some speed. They come up ice. Play continues as Sear picks it up. Sear chips it around to the far side. Barracudas seal the wall off. Now the Barracudas put it around to the near side. From the near side, they work their way into the middle, and now a backhand towards the net. Save made by Babcock, who holds on to that. Six minutes and 41 seconds remains in the second period. Ravens down by 1. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Ravens, but picked up by the Barracudas. Ravens able to force it in behind the net, though. As Sear tries to chip it off the glass. She does, and down the ice. Play continues as the icing is waved off, and the puck comes around to the near side. From the near side, the Ravens turn it back the other way, but it gets onto one of the defender's stick, and she's going to put it hard off the wall. That gets the blue line where the Ravens hold it in. From the high slot, the Barracudas get it out to the neutral zone. Hernandez works and now picks it up. Hernandez working her way in. She loses a handle on it off a stick lift there. Now gets it back on the wall as the play continues in the corner of the Barracudas zone. advance it forward as she gets the defender to the outside, and now Kay gets it back. Kay works straight around the net, the wraparound, it's saved by the goaltender. 4:57 remains in the second period. Ravens down by 1. Trying to take the face off. She's got Kay with her on her left side, and there's older sister on the right. Sierra Nishi back on the blue line. Sorry, Amadea Nishi back on the blue line. It comes back to Nishi. Nishi on her backhand. Tran has it. Tran works her way over on the far side. Now tries to get through the defenders. She gets it deep. As it comes around the near side, the Ravens get a stick on that one. It goes back the other way. From the other side, the Barracudas reverse the play. Now it comes off the wall and down the ice as Macy's back after it. Macy picks it up before it goes for icing. Now she's going to double back and put it around the far side, looking for McDonald. McDonald takes it to the outside, now looking forward for Miguel. Miguel unable to handle that one. Play continues with 3 minutes and 40 seconds period as the spin move on the Ravens behind their own net. Miguel picks it up, digs it out, and takes it to the corner before she comes up against a couple of the Barracuda players. Barracudas, they go reverse the play back in behind their own net, and the Ravens give chase. It comes to the wall on the near side. It comes back up the wall, now back on the Sears stick, now to the middle, and now the Barracudas carry it into the neutral zone. Their pass forward gets on the stick of Macy. Macy elects to go to the far side. Miguel unable to get there. Now she gets some help. It gets back on Miguel's stick. Miguel chips it forward. And the Ravens still battling for the puck. Miguel unable to get past this player. And now the pass there gets on the stick of the Barracudas. She gets a shot on net, and Babcock pulls that out of the air. With 2:48 remaining in the second period, the Ravens are down by 1. Face off the left side of Babcock. Puck is dropped. Face off won cleanly by the Ravens. They put it over to the corner, back on the near side for Sears. Sears tries to put it forward. It ends up on the stick of Barracuda. Shot right on. Now it bounces around about 4 feet in front of the net. Bounces into a good shooting position. Now to the far side. Babcock's there, and she makes a huge save on behalf of the Richmond Ravens. With 2:31 remaining in the second period. Play goes over to the right side of Babcock. Play comes to the side of the net. Defense puts it into the corner. Barracuda's with it. They reverse it down low. Now they try to cycle it up high. Ravens unable to, or they do get it out into the neutral zone. Barracuda's with it on their stick. They're going to fire it off the wall on the near side. It ends up on the stick of Morin. Morin carries it in behind her own net. She uses the net for protection and now finds some open ice. Morin with a couple of moves. Now she works her way in through the neutral zone. She hits center ice and puts it deep. Ravens in after it. They're going to put it on the Barracudas put it off the wall. Now the Ravens get it back deep. Reverse off play again. It's off the wall. Now back to the blue line. We have a 2-on-1. Either way is the Barracudas cut to the outside and try to drive the net. Sear holds them to the outside though. Sear makes sure no shot comes off on that 2-on-1. Cabana tries to go through the player, and she was able to chip it over top of her, but didn't have the velocity to keep with her. Now the play continues in front of the goal. The ref on the far side. Cabana digs it out as they try to force it up the wall. Now they pull it back to the middle. Pass over to the near side for Basquet. Basquet's going to get that down. We're going to have icing on the play with a minute and 12 seconds remaining in the second period. Face-off is going to come down to the left side of Babcock. Minute 12 remaining in the second period. Trying to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Barracudas back to the blue line. They're going to chip it deep. Now the couple of moves try to cut to the middle. Tran picks it up, and now she tries to cut out with it. Tran still, or she overskates it. Must have hit a hole in the ice just in front of the players' bench. Now it goes back the other way. Play continues as it goes in behind the goal line for the Barracudas. Barracudas stop up behind their own net. Now they dump it over into the corner on the near side. From the near side goes forward to the neutral zone. Barracudas try to take it to the net. Ravens hold it to the outside. Now from behind the net, the Barracudas weave and bob, but now the Ravens get control of it. They put it back down ice.
Welcome back. We get set to start the third period with between the Richmond Ravens and the Burlington Barracudas. We have 15 minutes on the clock. Ravens down by 1. Good. Good. Play continues. The Ravens now get the puck out into the neutral zone. Miguel fighting for it. Burlington takes over. Barracudas carried into the Ravens zone. It sticks on some water there fortuitously for the Richmond Ravens, and now it comes back the other way into the Barracuda zone. Barracudas get it out to the blue line where the Richmond pick it up. Hernandez cutting around the outside. Hernandez from behind the net. On her backhand. Hernandez loses the handle in the puddle there as the ice clean just completed. It goes back to blue line. Now a shot right on, saved by the goaltender as it comes out the near side. Rebound cleared to the point where Amadei, it hops on her. Now she's got to be careful if she has some pressure on her. Now back to Hernandez. Hernandez with a little bit of room carries it through into the Barracuda zone. She cuts to the outside. Now it doubles back. She loses in the corner and now gets into a battle with 3 Barracudas down low. Whistle goes as the puck is froze, and we're going to get a stoppage in play with 13 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third period. Face-off will be to the right side of the Barracudas goaltender. Sear to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They're going to take it in behind their own net. Bounces off the back of the net and over onto the near side. Now up the wall. Ravens unable to hold the line. It gets back into their zone. Macy with it on her stick. Macy, couple of moves there. Now she passes it forward. It gets to the blue line, held by the defense for the Barracudas. Barracudas put it forward. Cabana gets it on her stick, and Cabana off to the races. Cabana cuts to the middle. She protects the puck, and she goes high. It hits the goaltender, and the puck comes back the other way. Rebound was there, but the Ravens unable to pounce on it. And now the play comes all the way across the ice and down into the Ravens zone. David in after it. She gets the puck chipped this past her, and now the Ravens get it on the stick. Basket with it. Basket turns and fires it up the wall, held in by the Barracudas. Macy, she's going to go backhanded. That's picked up by a Barracuda, and now back out to the top of the circles where it's fired right on. Babcock makes the save and holds on with 12:57 remaining in the third period. Ravens down by 1. The faceoff's going to be the left side of Babcock. Toronto to take the face-off for the Ravens. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They get it back to the blue line. They put it back deep. Now from behind the net, Ravens trying to battle for it. It comes out to the side of the net. Now from the side of the net, back the other way. Play. Wing tries to put it back out of harm's way. Now goes into the corner. From the corner, there's a battle again for it. Play comes back out, and now into the corner again as the Ravens battle hard on the stick of Morin, I think, and she gets it down ice. Barracuda's with it, and it ends up getting chipped out of the rink, and we get a stoppage of play with 12 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third period. Ravens down 1-0. Face-off will be just outside the Barracudas line. Case here and Miguel out there for the Ravens. Miguel for the face-off. The Barracudas pick it up. Barracudas to the outside as Miguel gives chase. There, Miguel angles her player off as the puck comes around to the near side. From the near side, the puck goes back towards the net onto Miguel's stick. Miguel with her head up. Good play. Cuts to the middle as she looks for some open ice. Now she cuts over to the far side. Miguel with a shot on net as she loses her footing. Kay's there. Kay tries to pull it towards the net, loses the handle on it, and now the Barracudas get it out to their blue line. Barracudas make center ice and fire it back deep as they go for a change. From behind the net, Sear has it. Sear now. She's going to carry it up the ice. Her pass to the middle onto a Barracuda stick. Ravens unable to capitalize, but now they get it down. Nice minute of icing on the play as Miguel needs a change. And the face-off will come to the deep to the Raven zone, the right side of Babcock. Hernandez out to take the face off. Puck is dropped, face off one, back to the blue line. From the blue line, they go D to D. Ravens get it down low as Cabana gives chase. Goaltender comes out to play and gets it back to the neutral zone. Amadei, he tries to put it forward. That gets into some bodies, and now the puck comes down into the Raven zone. From the outside, a shot towards the net. It gets tipped as it comes in on Babcock. She makes the save, and the puck comes from the corner. From the corner, the Ravens are going to pick it up. They try to chip it around. It takes a hop, and now Cabana's off to the races. Cabana settles the puck. She cuts to the outside, now to the net. She gets a shot right on. Now the puck's cleared out to the wall as the Ravens pick up the puck. Ravens with it. Cabana's down in front, and the net's off. Whistle goes. Cabana, I think, is trying to collect her breath. She gets up. She's got a small frame, but plays like a large player. As tough as they come. And it's great to see her skating off on her own. We got 10 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third period. Ravens down by 1. The faceoff is going to be deep in the Barracuda zone. Macy and David out there with they're saying his faceoff's going to be outside the zone. Tran's going to come out to take the faceoff. She's with Wing and Basket now. Puck is dropped. Faceoff 1 to Macy. Macy across. The Ravens get it in the zone. It goes to the outside. Now back to the blue line. David directs it towards the net. It goes wide. Played by the goalie into the corner. Now David steps up again. At the half wall, it gets back down low. Puck comes over to the near side. Cleared up the wall. Gets past Macy and down ice. Icing will be called. We got 10 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third period. Macy and David remain on with Tran, Wing and Basket. Face off 1 to the wall. Ravens try to seal that off. It gets on the stick of one of the Barracudas. Ravens turn it over. And Basket has it. Basket cuts to the middle, and now a shot towards the net. Saved by the goaltender. Tran gets pulled down, and a whistle goes as the Ravens are going to go to a power play here. 9:46 remaining in the third period. Power play unit making its way to the ice here as Hernandez, Sear, and Tran go out for the forward line. Macy and David on D. Hernandez will take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off 1 by Hernandez. Back to David. David works her way into a shooting position. She shoots it. It goes just wide of the net. From down low, onto the stick of Hernandez. Back to the blue line for Macy. Macy catches out on her backhand. Now she loses a little bit of it in her feet. She puts it across for David. David with a shot. Comes out to the short side. Shot right on. Rebound. Picked up on the wall. Ravens unable to capitalize. Now pass out to the high slot for Tran. Back to the blue line for David. David working her way into a shooting position again. She puts it towards the net. Saved by the goaltender who holds onto that one. 9:16 remains in the period. 1:29 and the penalty for the Barracudas. Richmond Ravens on the power play. They're going to do a defensive line change here as Morin and Sear come out for the Ravens. Puck is dropped over for for Sear. Sear with a shot. It goes just wide of the net as the Ravens waited out front for the rebound. Back to Morin. Morin back for Sear. Sear with a shot. Tipped. Bounces around the slot. Ravens can't get a stick on it. Now the Barracudas have it. Barracudas fire it down ice and give chase. Babcock comes out to play that from behind her net. She stops it up for Sear. Sear from behind her net looking to set it up. 1:04 remaining in the penalty. With some speed, Hernandez cuts to the middle, and now she has to go collect it. She gets turned back. Now Sear with it. Sear across ice for Morin. Morin Looks up ice for Tran. Tran gets it in her feet. And now the Barracudas get it back the other way. Sear overskates it, but Morin picks it up. Morin looking for a place to go. She goes up the ice. And I think icing's going to get called on that. No ice, they say, as the play comes around to the near side. From the near side, Barracudas go up the wall, and now they're going to fire it all the way to the length of the ice, and we have a foot race the other way as the first player there is a Barracuda. Whistle goes. For some reason. I guess throws puck, I think, is the answer. And the Ravens change up. 21 seconds remains in the power play. Miguel out to take the faceoff. Puck is dropped. Faceoff won by the Ravens forward. It gets out into the neutral zone. The Barracudas get control of it and put it back into the Ravens zone. Amadei with it on her stick. She's going to stop up behind the net as the Ravens look for their breakout. Now received there by Tran. Tran working her way through the middle of the ice. Tran now cuts the middle or near side. She gets stick check. Now she fires it deep. That's on the stick of one of the Barracudas, and the Ravens. Tran digs it out. Tran working her way into a scoring position or shooting position, but the puck trickled off on her and comes to the side of the net. Penalty is set to expire, or has expired now, and they were 5-on-5 with 7:37 remaining. Puck is dropped, face off one out to the side of the net by the Ravens. Ravens, Tran gets it back to the blue line. Tries to go back to the blue line. That's picked up by one of the Barracudas, and they carry it into the Ravens zone. Offside going to be called against the Barracudas with 7:22 remaining in the period. Tran to take the face off. Puck is dropped. Face off won by the Barracudas. Ravens step up though to put it back into the neutral zone. Now it goes back off the wall and into the Ravens zone. Ravens handle that over to the far side onto K's stick. K chips it forward looking for Tran, but it gets on the stick of one of the Barracudas. Barracudas turn it back the other way as they come up the near side. Now they cut to the middle. From the middle, the Ravens step up. That penalty coming up against the Richmond Ravens. With 7 minutes remaining in the game, the Ravens go to the penalty kill. Two minutes goes on the clock. The puck comes down to the right side of Babcock. Hernandez comes out to take the faceoff. Puck is dropped. Faceoff won by Hernandez cleanly. Now Sear tries to go up off the wall. It's sealed off as the Barracudas spin move there from the blue line. Now they cut to the middle, and the puck squirts out in behind the net. Barracudas now with it. They're going to dump it down low. Macy steps in to try and put pressure on the penalty killers here for the power play unit. Now the Ravens get it. Ravens reverse the play back. Hernandez for Macy. Macy on her backhand. She's going to double back. Now Macy with a shot around the wall. It gets back to the blue line, but held. Barracudas get it back down low, and now they're going to cut to the top of the circles. From the circles, they work their way to the middle. Go across the D on the far side. Now it's put back down low. Play from down low onto the stick of the Ravens, and now they're going to turn and fire it down ice as Macy gets it through all the traffic. 1:11 remains in the penalty to the Richmond Ravens as the Barracudas collect it from behind their own net. Puck comes out the far side. Ravens are right there, but they're unable to get control of it. Now it comes back to Morin. Morin puts it on her back the other way. It comes over to Amadei. Amadei, she's going to fire it down ice. Tran gives chase as the Barracudas collect it. Tran putting some pressure on here, forcing the play on the near side. It gets out to the neutral zone. Now off the wall and into the Raven zone. Morin, the first one there from behind the net. Morin's going to eat it. Now it squirts out on her, and the Barracudas pick it up. Barracudas walking right into a shooting position. They shoot it wide of the net from point blank. Morin holding the play in behind the net. Now it comes back out, walking to the point. A shot towards the net. It goes well wide. Barracudas on the far side. From behind the net. They put it out front. Now it gets into shooting position. Save made by Babcock as the puck goes up over the net. Now the puck rolling gets out into the neutral zone as the Ravens clear the zone. D to D, it goes the other way, and the penalty expires for the Richmond Ravens. A one-touch pass into the middle as the Barracudas bring it into the Raven zone. Now from behind the net, they cut around to the near side. Now walking into a shooting position, shot right on, saved by Babcock. 4:45 remains in the third period. Ravens down by 1. Face off to the right side of Babcock. Miguel takes the face off. Puck is dropped, and the Ravens get it out to the outside. It's held in by the Barracudas who put it back deep. Ravens unable to handle it cleanly as the linesman was right there. And now it comes back to Macy on the near side. Bounces on her over her stick. And now the Ravens try to get it out. Wall is sealed, and it goes back the other way. From behind the net, it comes to the side of the net. Miguel goes to pick it up. She loses her footing, and the play continues. And now Macy from behind the net, unable to handle it. Now Macy gets buried from behind her own net, and the Ravens are going to go to the power play. Tran with it. Tran, she's going to try and get six attackers out here as Babcock goes to the bench. Now back to the blue line. From the blue line across for Macy. Macy with a couple of moves, cuts to the middle. Now Macy with a shot, just wide of the net from the point. Back to the point it goes for David. David with it. David back down low for Tran. Tran with a shot. Sorry, McDonald with a shot saved. Now they clear it out. And we're going to see a power play for the Richmond Ravens with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the period. The Ravens go to the power play. Sear and Morin are the... Apologies. Yes, Sear and Morin are the defenders out there for the Ravens. McDonald, Hernandez, and Miguel are the forwards. Puck is dropped. Face off won by the Ravens. It comes back to the point. Now chipped back down low. Miguel goes in after. She gets some help from Hernandez. Hernandez around for McDonald. Back for Hernandez from behind the net. Hernandez chips it forward. Miguel goes in after it. From the down low, a battle ensues. Ravens. Hernandez trying to dig it out. Hernandez gets a hold of it. She goes back to the blue line. Morin unable to hold the blue line. She reverses back onto Sear's stick. Sear doubles back. She goes back for Morin. Morin now. Off the wall, near side, fires it around. In after it is the Ravens. And first one there is a Barracuda. Barracudas get it down ice. The Ravens have to go collect it. Morin after it with some pressure on her. There's 1:14 remaining in the power play. Morin around the net, now cuts to the middle. Morin from the middle to the outside. She passes it forward. Nobody there for the Ravens, though. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Ravens. Hernandez moves it into the zone. And now a battle on the half wall. Ravens hold it in. It ends up on Hernandez's stick. Hernandez goes to the shooting position. Shot right on. The goaltender makes a save. She doesn't know where it is. I'm pretty sure it went down in through her chest protector as it hit her in the face, and now it rolls itself down onto the ice. We have 50 seconds remaining in the power play for the Richmond Ravens. Tran out to take the face-off. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by the Ravens. Back to the blue line, to the blue line. It's shot right on. Save made. It goes just wide. Play continues. It goes off the wall. From the wall, the Ravens dig it out. Tran doubles back on a button hook, and now she cuts in behind the net. Tran from behind the net. Looks back to the blue line for Sear. Sear with a shot. Hits a body in front and goes wide. Sorry, that was Nishi. Now all the way down in the Raven zone. Babcock stops it and leaves it for Nishi. Nishi, he's going to turn back. 20 seconds remains in the power play. Tran unable to handle that one cleanly as it comes back onto Amade's stick. Amade with it. Amade, she passes it forward. That hits a body, and now the Barracudas take it down in the Raven zone. Nishi back after. She has some pressure on her. Nishi puts it around the near side for Tran. Tran back out front for Tran, and now helping out is Sear. The player comes out of the box, and now we're 5-on-5 with a minute 44 remaining. Play comes back out, now kicked back in. The Ravens, Amade has it. She puts it over to the far side for Sear. Sear chips it around the first player. Picked up now by the Barracudas. Barracudas back to the blue line. Ravens stepping up on that one. They are unable to get control of it. Now they do. Hernandez walks her way.